Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, we will talk about meiosis. In our previous topic or video, we were able to discuss about the mitosis. As we have discussed, we have two types of cell division. The first one is mitosis, and the second one is meiosis. Mitosis happens or done in somatic cells that are responsible in making up our organs or tissues, while meiosis happen in sex cells that are responsible in the organism's reproductive or the organism's reproduction. Now, meiosis is the form of cell division by which gametes with half the number of chromosomes are produced. This is the major difference between meiosis and mitosis. In mitosis, the cell division produces daughter cells with the same number of chromosomes as the parent cell, while in meiosis, the cell division produces gametes that contains only half the number of the chromosome. We call that diploid and haploid. Diploid are produced by mitosis, wherein they contain the whole number of chromosome, while haploid are produced by meiosis, where it contains only half the number of chromosome. Meiosis is used for the sexual reproduction of an organism. We have two divisions of meiosis. We have the meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Fertilization is the term that we use to describe the fusion of a sperm and egg to form a zygote. Because of the meiosis, the egg cell only contains 23 number of chromosomes as for humans and 23 number of chromosome for the sperm cell. During the fertilization, the two cells, the sperm and the egg, will fuse together that will form a zygote containing a number of 46 chromosomes for humans. Sex cells divide to produce gametes, or what we call the sperm or egg cell. Gametes have half the number of chromosomes, as we were talking about earlier. They only have half the number of chromosomes. This is important because during the fusion of the sperm and egg, they need to complete the normal number of chromosomes. As for the humans, we have 46 number of chromosomes, or our somatic cells has 46 number of chromosomes. So it is important for the gametes to have only the half number of chromosomes. It occurs only in gonads. For the male, the reproduction of gametes happens in the testes and ovaries for the female. We call the cell division or the gametes production of male as spermatogenesis and oogenesis or oogenesis for female. Meiosis is somehow similar to mitosis. However, they differ from some chromosomal differences. Yun yung pinaka-distinct difference between meiosis and mitosis. The chromosomal difference. Katulad ng pinag-uusapan natin kanina, mitosis produces diploid cells o yung complete number of chromosome, while meiosis produces haploid cells which contains only half the number of chromosome. Let's take a look at the spermatogenesis. Let's say, for example, the human sex cells, which is what we call a diploid cell, contains a number of 46 chromosomes. during the meiosis 1, these chromosomes will be divided into 2, meaning to say each cell will contain only half the number of the human sex cell, okay, or the germ cell. Then, as meiosis 2, each cell produced in meiosis 1 will be divided into 2 containing the same number of chromosome, which is 23. These number of chromosomes in humans. Now, organisms or other living organisms differ from the number of chromosomes. Like mitosis, meiosis also has interphase. It is similar to mitosis interphase, where the chromosomes are replicated during the S phase. The cell also grows and prepare for the cell division. And each duplicated chromosome consists of 2 identical sister chromatids attached at their centromeres. Later on, we will be discussing more about these chromatids or sister chromatids. Also, during the interphase, the centrioles are also replicated in preparation for the pooling of the chromosome. Also, in interphase, the nucleus and the nucleolus are still visible. We also have the chromatin. The chromatin are still chromatin. Hindi pa sila nagko-condense into chromosome. We have the cell membrane. The nuclear membrane is still visible, and the nucleolus is still visible. Now, let's move on to the first phase of meiosis, which we call the meiosis 1. This is the cell division that produces the chromosome number by 1/2. Ang pag-produce ng haploid ay hindi nangyayari sa meiosis 2. Rather, the number of chromosome reduces by half during meiosis 1. Meiosis 1 has 4 phases. We have the prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. As we have mentioned, meiosis and mitosis are similar in a matter of their process. They only differ in the action of the chromosomal difference. Let's talk about the prophase 1. Prophase 1 is considered as the longest and most complex phase, and it contains 90% of the whole process of cell division. The chromosomes condense. Dito na nagko-condense yung mga chromosomes. And synapsis occurs, or what we call the homologous chromosomes come together to form a tetrad. Homologous chromosomes is very important for us to understand. We have our homologue from our parent, paternal, or from the father, from our father, and we have the homologues from our mother. Okay? During the interphase, these homologues were duplicated. That forms 2 sister chromatids. Okay? And since we have 2 types of homologues, one from our paternal and one from the maternal, we have homologous chromosomes. They will come together and form what we call a tetrad. Tetrad is 2 chromosomes or 4 chromatids, sister and non-sister chromatids. We will talk about the sister and non-sister chromatids in a while. During the synapsis, as we have discussed in prophase 1, the synapsis happens in prophase 1. What is synapsis? It is the coming together of 2 or homologous chromosomes that will form a tetrad. Now, what is tetrad? Now, these are the 2 homologous chromosomes. Okay? The other one is from the paternal, which were duplicated. Ito yung present . And during interphase, this one will be duplicated to form another sister chromatid. That is for the paternal. And this one is from the maternal. Also, during the interphase, this will be duplicated to form another copy. And these two homologous chromosomes will come together that will form a tetrad. Okay? Take note of this. One chromatid, okay, which was duplicated during interphase will produce a sister chromatid. So, ang tawag natin dito sa dalawang ito ay sister chromatid. Likewise, pati dito, sister chromatids. And these two chromosomes will come together to form a tetrad. Now, ano nga ba yung homologous chromosomes? Homologous chromosomes are pair of chromosomes from maternal and paternal that are similar in shape and size. Okay, take note of that. They are similar in shape and size. Homologous pairs, or what we call the tetrads, carry genes controlling the same inherited traits. Ibig sabihin, kaya yung chromosomes that are similar in shape and size because they also contain the same inherited traits. If the maternal chromosome contains a trait, like for example the eye color, the paternal chromosome will likewise contain the trait regarding the eye color. Okay? Yun yung pagsasama-samahin. Hindi niya pagsasamahin yung ibang chromosome na iba yung trait na present. Okay? Kung eye color yan, pagsasamahin niya sa eye color din, coming from the maternal and paternal. So each locus, ito yung position of a gene, no? The gene is the inherited trait that is present in the homologue, no? So each gene has a locus and they have same position on homologues. The maternal and paternal, which contains the same inherited traits, in which magkalinya yung locus nila or position of the gene, yun yung bubuo ng tetrad. This is important because during the crossing over, no, ito yung hinahanap natin during the crossing over. Now, humans have 23 pairs of homologous chromosomes. That is why we have 46 chromosomes all in all. 22 pairs of autosomes and 1 pair of sex chromosome. The sex chromosome determines what will be the gender of the organism. Karyotype is a method of organizing the chromosomes of a cell in relation to number, size, and type. As you will notice, each chromosomes have the same shape and size as the other. Pansinin ninyo. Yan yung karyotype. Okay? Ito yung arrangement or ito yung organization of chromosomes. Now, homologous chromosomes contain locus. Ito yung example natin ng locus. This is the line of the locus that contains the eye color. Let's say, for example, these are the tetrad, no? This is from the paternal and this is from the maternal, no? So, a homologous chromosome contains the same genetic material or the inherited traits, okay? Which we call the locus. Kung saan yung position niya, nandun din yung position ng locus ng sa maternal. Same as here, we have the hair color, no? Kung dito yung position niya, we also have the position here as the hair color. Later on, you will understand bakit kailangan munang bumuo ng tetrad or bakit kailangan mag-come together ng homologous chromosome. In humans, the sex chromosomes are the 23rd set. Okay? Katulad ng pinag-uusapan natin kanina, the first 22 chromosomes are what we call the autosome, while the 23rd or the sex chromosome. the sex chromosome determines the gender of the organism. Now, the sex chromosomes code for the sex of the offspring, yung magiging anak. If the offspring has two X chromosome, it will be a female. Now, if the offspring has one X and one Y chromosome, it will be a male organism or offspring. Ito yung example ng X chromosome. Both has X chromosome, while the other one has a Y chromosome. Kung papansinin ninyo, they differ in size. Mas maliit ang Y chromosome. So, the 2X chromosome will be a female, while the X and Y chromosome will be male. This is another example of the X and Y, or the sex chromosome. The one from the left is what we call the X chromosome, while the one in the right is the Y chromosome. So, is it a boy or a girl? Definitely, it will be a boy because it has a Y chromosome. Now, crossing over happens during prophase 1. This occurs between a non-sister chromatid at the chiasmata. Crossing over, it is the segments of non-sister chromatids breaks and reattach to the other chromatid. Now, this is important, no? Take note of this. Crossing over happens between non-sister chromatids, hindi between sister chromatids. Okay? This happened at the chiasmata. This is the location where the crossing over will happen. Let's talk about the crossing over. This is our example of crossing over. The first one, this will be the non-sister chromatid. This is the non-sister chromatid and another non-sister chromatid. These are the sister chromatid. Yung dalawang chromatids na didikit ng centromere. Okay? Non-sister chromatid are two chromatids that are not attached with the same centromere. Okay? Now, during the crossing over, sister chromatids will cross over, lilipat yung chromosome or yung locus ng isang non-sister chromatid sa kabilang non-sister chromatid. What will happen is that there will be a variation. No? Magkakaroon ng paghahalo-halo ng traits. We will cut our discussion in meiosis, and please watch out for the coming video for the continuation. So I hope you were able to understand the meaning of crossing over, the sister and non-sister chromatid, and the prophase 1. So see you again next video. Keep safe everyone and have a good day.